Can an appellate court case go to the Supreme Court? Have you ever wondered what happens after an appellate court makes a decision? Can that case go even higher? Let's break it down. Yes, an appellate court case can indeed reach the Supreme Court, but it is not a simple or automatic process. After an appellate court has made its ruling, the party that lost has the option to seek further review. This is done by filing a petition for a writ of certiorari with the Supreme Court. This petition is a formal request asking the Supreme Court to take a look at the appellate court's decision. However, the Supreme Court does not have to accept every case that comes its way. It has discretionary jurisdiction, meaning it gets to choose which cases it wants to hear. Typically, the Supreme Court selects cases that involve important legal questions, conflicts between different appellate courts, or significant constitutional issues. If the Supreme Court agrees to review the case, it will move forward. This includes the submission of written briefs from both sides and oral arguments presented before the justices. On the other hand, if the court denies the petition, the decision made by the appellate court remains final and cannot be challenged further. In terms of courtroom settings, the appellate courtroom is where the first level of appeal takes place. Appellate courts review the records from trial courts to determine if any legal errors impacted the outcome. Unlike trial courts, they do not hear new evidence or witness testimonies. This is a key difference that shapes how cases are handled in these different environments. When a case moves beyond the appellate court, it goes to the Supreme Court, which is the highest judicial authority. This represents the final stage of appeal in the judicial system. It is important to note that most appeals do not go beyond the appellate court level. In fact, only a small percentage of cases make it to the Supreme Court. The process involves detailed legal briefs and often oral arguments before the justices. This structured progression from trial court to appellate court and finally to the Supreme Court illustrates how each courtroom setting plays a role in ensuring justice is served. Understanding this hierarchy can help clarify how legal decisions are made and the paths available for seeking justice.